Hi all, welcome to this Team of the Week 12 predictions video. Apologies for not loading this up last week, just the way things have been lately, just try to get back into the routine as best we can, but if you could smash like, it's always much appreciated. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G's a legend, all links down below for posts to the channel and social media links as always. Just went with mini cards this week, hopefully you find that it was just a wee change, but hopefully let me know who you think could sneak in and so forth. Not the best but not the worst at the same time. So starting off with Sells, 5 saves, a clean sheet and an 8 on keep. He made the team of the week, that's why I've went for him over Rajkovic, because some predictions have Rajkovic because Rems versus Leon, but I'm opting for Sells in that regard. Defenders not the strongest, and Konsa could be a featured team of the week. Some predictions have him as that player, but I am opting against him for a reason, and we'll get into him in due course. But 2 goals for him, same as Cisse, and then same for Militao with a free on marker and a clean sheet. I wish he'd scored a goal, but it was validated it. But he was man of the match, just class in the game, and that makes all the difference really. On to the midfield is Coman, 1 goal and a 1.5 on kicker. Should be pretty academic despite the Dortmund Munich game catching a bit of notoriety with the third goal, but it is what it is. You just have to take what you get, and Coman most viable because of Lewandowski cannot get an informed this week. Kessie, 1 goal and a 7 on Gazzetta. Some people have noted him as an 8. But when you go on Gazzetta, I've read it and it states a 7, but see what happens. I suppose everyone relies on different outlets, even though it's Gazzetta. It's like, I doubt Gazzetta is going to lie when it says a 7, but I feel he gets in just to juice up that midfield, but I would not be surprised if he does not feature. Bernardo, 2 goals, should get into the team of the week, kind of juicing up that midfield a little bit more, along with Fred, who got 1 goal in the Crystal Palace game and then got 2 assists against Arsenal to help his case even further out of kind of 2 games in the window, just to kind of validate his potential in form. So midfield, the main starting midfield, not too bad, but I feel that's where it's most strongest. The featured team of the week obviously is going to be Kubo, 1 goal and a 2 on marker. The reason why I'm going for Kubo is that he came off the bench, scored a late winner, and Mallorca were away against Atletico Madrid. Nature of the game is what I think is going to swing it. Saka was a very odd inclusion last week, and I think Kubo gets the nod as a result for it this week. It's just my theory. It might happen, it might not. So I think as well, because Kubo had a road to the final card last year, it also gives EA a bit of an excuse to give Kubo a boosted card for kind of minimal efforts. That's kind of where I'm thinking they might do it, but I suppose time will tell. The forwards, well, the main forwards is Immobile, 2 goals and a 7.5 on Gazzetta, and same for Simeone. Not the most desirable. Obviously Simeone has his player of the month, which is an 87. The inform would be an 86, but it's getting there. It's tradable, the inform, so it's not going to be too expensive, and Immobile is not going to be the most expensive either, so it's certainly not the strongest starting 11, but you take what you get. Subs and reserves, Skorupski, 6 saves, clean sheet and a 7.5 on Gazzetta. Always seems to get in form like every FIFA, and this year seems to be no different, so fair play to him. Then we go to Griffo for 3 assists and a 1 on kicker. Freiburg ran riot against Borussia Mönchengladbach. It wouldn't surprise me if they have a shout for 2 informs actually in the game. Flecken and I think it was Hoffler, I think it was the other one I noticed. I might be wrong, I'd have to have a look at the game just to double check, but Griffo's like a lock. Flecken made team of the week, so that's why I was saying it, and because he's a gold, but it's more likely to be attacking players in that case. Matheus Nunes, 1 goal, 1 assist and 8 on Ebola, the Portuguese rating site. Sarabia, I actually forgot that he did not have a one to watch, because I initially had hoped that if it was him if he did, then I would have said he would get in, because he also got an 8 for 1 goal, but Núñez was pretty much the focal player in the park. Concalve is equally impressive with an 8, but Núñez head and shoulders above everyone. When you read Portuguese media, Hakan Calhanoglu, 1 goal, 1 assist and 8 on Gazeta. Big one for Inter, and Hakan potentially in time for his, if he had got to play once, this would have been an added boost, but nonetheless still probably a cheap inform to keep people ticking over, I suppose. Then for forwards, from like reserve wise, you've got Terrier, a hat-trick and a 9 only keep. Terrier is another one that could get the featured team of the week, same as Núñez actually. Matheus Núñez is another one that's very, very viable in that department. Schick and Dursun got a hat-trick, Schick 4 goals. It's academic, come on, it's as easy as it gets really. So yeah, that's the bench players. Reserves, I'm going for Linson. Some people will have Linson as the silver star. I think he gets in the main team of the week, because I will get into my silver star in a minute. Linson, 2 goals, 2 assists and an 8 on VI. Tronstad was player of the week with 2 goals and an 8.5 on VI. Vitek, 3 assists and an 8 on VI as well. Vitesse were the most impressive team, but I went for Linson because he was the only player to get 4 contributions really, and I thought maybe it'd be hard to ignore, but I suppose time will tell with that one. Bumgarner, 1 goal, 1 assist and a 1.5 on kicker. Very hard to ignore. I actually forgot he was not a gold anymore, he's a silver. Shows how much I paid attention to downgrades this FIFA, but hey ho, take what you get. Davis, 9 saves and a clean sheet for Stoke. I thought it was 10 initially when I counted it, but I think they're going to go 3 goals this week. That's where I would have said you could even do Flecken potentially, but silvers I was a little bit struggling with, because I'm going to get in my silver stars in due course. Simeone, 4 goals, should be pretty academic. Seni is the bronze to silver player this week. There's a couple, there's like one other player in, I think it's like Argentina, potentially a bronze to silver, but there's I think a couple others in the league that could get a special card, so I've opted against. And so that's my 23 silver star player. With the silver star, it is probably going to be somebody from either the Europa League, Europa Conference League or the Champions League, simply because that's what's going on just now promo wise. So Vitek is a very strong shoot, been very impressive for Vitesse, and also obviously how we played the weekend, some people might assume that kind of logic. You then have Cherki or Leon. His ones are a lot less likely due to only 2 goals, 1 assist, but from 3 games compared to others have played like 5 or 6. And then Adeyemi is another shout. Whether it happens or not for the team of group stage, I would imagine it will. I'm kind of leaning towards Europa League and Conference League solely because of fewer cards, really, especially the Conference League. Like, why give the tournament a card at all? Like, if you're not going to give it a bit of love and attention. But we'll see what happens though, folks. Let me know in the comments down below who you think could get a silver star this week. Smash like always, folks. Up to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, G's a legend, and I'll catch you all later.